Hey, how y'all doing? Crickey Joe here, back on the Idaho farm. And sorry, it's been a little while since I've done a voice recording. We are currently harvesting barley on field number 6. And let me get these guys set up real quick. We got these guys set up on auto combine. Let me get the combines rolling first. And we're getting pretty close to getting this field done. It's not much left. Now I've gotten two grain carts, the agroliners, I believe they are Kroger agroliners. They're cheaper, and I wanted to have one per combine. So let me just set this guy up to the first John Deere. Alright, let that guy get started, and then the other one is where? He's back here. Get him set up to the second John Deere. There it is. Alright, he is waiting. And what else do we have going on here? We got the semi set up at the unloading point. I also brought the fuel tank over here so that the tractors can refuel. I also picked up, I got rid of the other Ford 350 and got this one. I think this was from American Eagles Modding. It's the Ford F350 with the Hillsboro flatbed, and it does have a nice interior, a lot better interior than the original F350. And another thing that I noticed, an added bonus, was that it has a Kansas license plate. So since I'm from Kansas, I think that is swell. Alright, so we've got a grain cart going out, we've got one coming in. Just jump over here and just make sure he unloads. Let's see. Let me back up a little bit. I had to make the overloader course pretty close to this truck because the auger on these grain carts, they don't fold down on their own, so you have to get pretty close. Alright, so he is unloading, and actually I want to check and see how full this semi is. About 44%, so it'll be a little while before he gets full. I'm not going to set him on his course yet, and just that way I can save fuel. Just let him sit there while these guys unload. And what else do I have going on? Oh yeah, I'm doing corn on the small farm. I bought field 2 and 3 over here, and I got just a little New Holland Clace, and he's just about finished, so let me just get him rolling again. And I bought the header that goes with the Kloss Matador pack to use on this combine. And went ahead and hooked this guy up to a trailer. Let me get him lined up. Alright, so he should go do his thing. And then another thing I'm doing, I harvested barley on this field. I think it's field number 2. And I got the John Deere 8520 and the round baler over here. So I've been doing a little bit of baling off screen just to get some extra bales to sell to the horse ranch. So let's go back over here and just make sure these guys are doing what they're supposed to. These guys will park themselves in the crop sometimes, so you kind of have to keep an eye on them to move them out of the way. So this guy is going to definitely park right in the middle of the barley. I have not cultivated or seeded any more fields. I'm going to make sure I get them all harvested. Let me get him out of the way, get them all harvested before I plow. I've got silage cooking over at the biogas plant. I think I have about 2.5, 2 3/4 bunkers full. So we will be having a nice flow of cash coming in here pretty soon. And where's my other? He's waiting because that combine is not ready. He's getting closer. Still can't get my F1 key to close the help menu, so I apologize for the big old help screen there in the corner. I can get rid of the animal mod. I did buy 10 more cows, so I have 20 cows, dairy cows right now. And they look like they're pretty good on everything. Sheep are good. Chickens are still laying eggs even though I can't find them. So let's get inside here. And another thing I think I'm going to do, I bought a Jeep Wrangler and I have him sitting down here next to field 32. It's this field right here next to the horse ranch. The horse ranch is right here. And then this big field right here, 32, I think is wheat. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to end up buying this field, harvest the wheat, get it all worked. And I think I'm going to plant this whole field in grass so that I can do a large hay operation down there to sell bales to the horse ranch right next door. I did a little research on Idaho agriculture the other day, and of course #1 crop in Idaho is potatoes, followed by hay, wheat, and then there's some others, and barley's down in there, and sugar beets are pretty high on the list. Didn't see any canola on their top 10 list, so I'll probably not do too much canola. And then what else was on there? Corn was like number 10, I think, on the list I saw. And soybeans and the oats were also on that list. So we will be getting into a large hay operation down there. So, all right. Let's see how full this guy is. Just unloaded. Get inside and get the sound down a little bit. So the other tractor should be coming out to unload this guy. Let me double check on that corn. This guy is almost finished. We have 1 load of corn so far in storage off of this field. So wheat we have 242, almost 243,000, barley 781, canola 77,000, potatoes 251,000. And I do have almost 50,000 liters of silage in storage at the main farm. And we have field number 10, which is potatoes, ready to go. So I'm going to try to get on that. Field 6 is almost finished, which is our largest field so far. 37 is up for auction, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think what I'm going to try to do is, since we own 9 and 10 here, 8, 7, and 6 right around the main farm, and then north of that in the small farm operation we have 1, 2, and 3 right now. I think what I'm going to try to do, 11 and 26 are right down here within the boundaries of this main road. I think with the next expansion, besides field 32 for a hay operation, I think I'm going to try to get these 2 fields down here next. For the small farm operation, I may go across the road over here into these 2 fields to get like just a small area right in here done. Eventually work our way over into the livestock farm area on these fields here. Probably will not get into this large field up here and down here right away. I want to try to consolidate everything pretty close into the farm at first. So where is my tractor? far are you? He must be coming back. He must have unloaded. No, he's stuck on a house. Okay, interesting. I didn't set you on a course to go through anybody's yard. See if we can get you back where you need to be. Which is, I think, on this road. I don't know how he ended up all the way back there. He may take a ride up here and go back to the field. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so he's going back to the field, so he'll be getting that New Holland unloaded. So, and he is done, so let me go ahead and turn off the auto combine on that guy. So our case should be coming around the bend. There he comes. And then we will have this cornfield ready to plow. Wheat is still growing across the road over there. I think that's field 1. Okay, he's coming to unload. Or should be. Let me just double check on my grain carts to make sure that they are not in the crop. He's getting in ready to unload that John Deere. I think the next step on combines is that I will sell these 2 combines once we get the money and get one of the Big Boss modding John Deere combines. I'm not sure yet which one. I thought about maybe the 650, but that might be a little bit too small, so I may shoot for the 670. I'm also going to use the potato harvester, the Puma, over on the small farm operation once we get field 10 harvested. I'm going to eventually try to get enough money to get the Grimmy Tektron as our main potato harvester on the main farm, and since Idaho's #1 crop is potatoes, we're going to be doing a lot of potato harvesting. As slow as it may be and as tedious as it may be, that's hopefully more realistic in the reflection of what you would see in Idaho. So potatoes and hay, definitely. I think, was it wheat? Wheat was maybe number 3 or 4. So I'm going to try to keep it in a reflection of what Idaho does grow. And not as many grain crops as potatoes. Oh, I think that's gonna be. Is he gonna back up and get through there? Probably not, because this guy is in the way. And then we're going to have a collision because I don't have the following distance set. Okay. Oops, that's auto combine, so let me take him off for 1 second, get him out of the way. Give him a little bit of a head start. That's what happens when you get down to the tail end of the field. You get guys running into each other. And if I put on the following distance on these combines, then when my grain carts are parked out next to the field, then they automatically stop because they think something's in their path. So I turned off that to keep that from happening and having to babysit more than necessary. Let him get down there farther before we set him back off again. Let's see here. This guy should have unloaded. We'll send him off to the silos to dump the rest of that corn, and then get this combine off the field. There's a little bit there, but that's alright. I'm not really too worried about it. That little bit doesn't really amount to much. We'll just run this guy back over to the small farm operation. I think my tractor's trying to get around me, so I'm going to pull over a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring this corn header over here. There we go. Now let's see if we can get this guy started again. Guy is unloading, and once he is done there, I'm going to go ahead and take his course off. We'll drive this guy back over to the small farm. Not very good visibility out of this cab. Not a very fast tractor either. I don't know if I told you or you saw that I got the Krone Big M mower. I can get through my mowing faster. I don't think the grass over here is quite yet ready to mow again, so we'll have to wait on that. Probably be the next episode or two before we get some more grass going, maybe some more hay bales. I think what I'm going to do too on the hay bales is use the Krone square baler, in-game square baler, to do all my mixed rations, because I think that the round bales are too large. If I put in one straw and one hay bale on the round bales, then I fill the whole mixer wagon up, and then I have silage when it mixes, but then I have to dump some of that before I can get any additional silage in from the bunker or the stave silo to make TMR. Alright, so these guys are still going okay, not running into each other so far. Let me check on the grass. Grass in field 16 is in the first stage, and also this small grass field here is in the first stage. So I guess what I could do is get the potato harvester out and head over to field 10 me just, yeah, let's jump in that. Where is he? Let me get these doors open first. Alright, let's get him unfolded. Bring him up just a little. Alright, so let's hire him. He has a little bit of a low front end there, so sometimes he spins a little. I can't imagine if this field were really hilly, so get that going, and then I guess we'll have to get the case back over here. We'll just use him to unload potatoes. He's the only real tipper I have. Let's see, we need to go this way. Okay, and let's load him up. Let's see, that was what, field 910 potatoes. Let's see here. Where was that one? Field 910 potato unload. Zombie mode. Okay, let's get him on the Puma. Okay. Let him run. See where we're at on this end of things. We're almost done. What I may do, sorry, is go ahead and once he gets over to this point, just go ahead and get him out of the way. And move him over here and go ahead and call the driver. Okay, so that tractor should be coming to unload him. I think that's him coming there straight ahead. And let's double check this guy. Let him do the finishing. We'll go ahead and... Oh, he's getting ready to unload that guy, so... I think he was just waiting for him to get around the corner and get started up this edge. So I think I'll hold off on buying any more fields until I can get a newer, bigger combine. Because I don't want to do that big field 32 down by the horse ranch. I don't want to move all these guys all the way down there, so I'm going to try to go down to one combine, one grain cart. And then try to work towards the potatoes more. Eventually get 2 Grimmy Tektrons. They do take forever. And this guy is unloaded. Make sure that combine's empty. He is empty. And go ahead and we'll get him on his way over to the truck. And then we can get him out of the way. Let me check on our potato harvester. Is this guy gonna pull up properly? There we go. And this potato harvester will almost fill up this tipper completely with one load. So we'll be getting a lot of potatoes. I just can't wait to get a huge field with 2 potato harvesters going just to see how many, probably get a couple million units of potatoes off some of those larger fields or more. So that fills him up to about 95%. So I think what I'm going to do is lower the drive on at 90% so that he will make sure he's going to do that. See if he'll go on his way. That way we can keep him rolling. We'll lower the drive on percentage. Which in that case, we'll have him go at 85% so that he gets up to that level each time. So this field's ready to plow. Also the canola field that we had over here, number 9. Check on this guy. Of course, our tractor decided he's going to park right in the way. Alright, that seems to all be going well, so maybe I can get a couple more bales made up. While we're doing that, we'll get maybe a couple more bales done. Really liking this John Deere 8520 mod. It's a pretty solid model. Just about got this field whipped too. So hopefully get maybe a couple more out of this. Got the funky little hand animation, looks like some funky little rigor mortis hand. Because it only shows the arm and shoulder here. It's like the guy who owned this tractor got his arm ripped off. But it is a nice model. I like the sound of it. The way it handles, so. Alright. Just one more bale made, and then we'll go check on our barley harvest over there again. been through Idaho a couple times when I used to drive a semi-truck, and I do remember a town called Jerome, Idaho. So if you're from Jerome, Idaho, how you doing? I remember a hay equipment place there that had the same last name I have, Albers Hay Equipment. I can't remember that was the exact name of it, but there are some Albers up in Jerome, Idaho, apparently. So, hello, Albers from Jerome, Idaho. Alright. Let's go back over here and double check on Mr. Barley Guy. Get that guy over to unload him. And there's just a little bit left right there. Maybe I should get it. Thank you. Have a little bit more for you here in a second. Because old Randy couldn't finish the field. Dang Randy. Him back over here. Stand out here on the gangway. And that's that. And we will send him on his way. And we should have the other JCB done. It's empty. So let us move him out of the way temporarily. And let's check on this guy waiting. I bet this wouldn't be too hard to do in cab myself, but I'm not up to doing the whole thing by myself. No back window apparently. Can't imagine driving one of these machines. I've driven plenty of combines and tractors, but never anything like this. So, alright guys, so I think, let's see, we got field 6 on the books. It's done. Working on field number 10 here with potatoes. Finished up the corn harvest on field, I think it's 3. And just finishing up the straw baling on field number 2 on the small farm. And I think next episode we'll probably be finishing up potatoes and maybe get some plowing started since the grain harvests are all done. I'm gonna try to hold my episodes for just the weekends, because I don't get a lot of time during the week, and I don't know that you guys enjoy the shorter non-voice recording videos during the week. I mean, let me know in the comments if you would like to see some shorter ones, but I may only be able to do 2 or 3 shorter ones during the week, just to kind of give you a little follow-along episode before the main ones on the weekend. So let me know what you think about that, if you want to just see the ones on the weekends that are longer, or there's add in some shorter ones during the week that have no voice recording, maybe 12-15 minute ones. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and y'all take care.